Electric Boogaloo.
You see the truth behind the veil, and you know that they're just looking for attention. Oh, you don't let the ruthlessness prevail. Oh, it's time to light your fires for ascension. Like a phoenix, you burst in a fire, burn a thirst and desire. In a flash, you spread your wings to rise from the ashes. Phoenix, you burst in a fire, burn a thirst and desire. You transform right up in a flash. You spread your wings to rise from the ashes.
Shine bright up all night, we're never slowing down. Fall in love, drunk mistakes, we're bound to hit the ground. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. And we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. And we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. Young blood made of gold, a mind you can't control. Running wild, can't calm down. My head is in the clouds. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the Shine bright up all night. We're never slow.
Holy moly. I'm having trouble here. Sorry. Yikale, I'm trying to fix my camera. It just, like, as soon as I went live, it kicked the bucket. Oh, maybe we got it. Come on, Lord, help us. 1 second. 1 second. Do we got it? Bear with me. Okay. I got it. Thank you. Thank you, Tracy. Start this off right. Thank you in advance. Thank you so much, Tracy. I hope y'all can hear me. Okay, wrong one. There we go. Maybe this mic will work better. Thank you so much, Tracy. I appreciate you so much, my dear. Thank you, Southern Grammy. Thank you so much, my love. I appreciate you both so very, very much. A round of applause. If you are so deserving. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. The squeal is a bit much. Is that what's going on? Let's turn the loop off. I do that every time. I don't want. What did someone say about my squeal? The squeal's a bit much. Oh, well, you're not gonna like me then. We're from two different worlds. It'll never work. I'm sorry. Princess, yay! Thank you so much. I appreciate you, my love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome to the family. You've already been a family member, but thank you so much, my dear. Very sweet of you. JD, 2 months. Thank you so very much, my friend. Thank you so very much, my friend. Hey, N said they weren't his. Okay, weren't his pants. Thank you for letting us know that. Thank you. I love your patience with people. It does no good to get mad. It doesn't, you know what I mean? It does no good to get mad. People are people. And sometimes they they want to piss you off, and whatever, it is what it is. I'm me. I do what I do. You like me or you don't. I'm going to pray for you anyways, right? Shannon, thank you so much for gifting 1 membership. That is so sweet. We received a membership from our dear Shannon. Please thank her. Very sweet, very kind of her. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you so very much. Okay, so squeal away, Justin. We all the way home, right? Always late. I'm honest. We all the way home. Oh my Lord. So who was? Did I thank you, Princess? Did I thank you, my dear? I apologize if I didn't. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, my dear. I love your little pooch right there. It's so cute, so cute. I was excited because I got my camera fixed, because I went live and there was nothing. I was like, damn, I can't do nothing. Triangel, thank you so much, my dear. If you received that membership, thank our sweet Triangel. Very sweet person. Thank you. Thank you so much. Justin, it sounds like you're on Gilligan's Island. I'm sending you. Why do you hear air? Do you hear air moving? Is that what you mean? I'm blonde, so I don't get everything. So you'll have to help me out here. Hold on, let me move my fan 1 second. You know, I try to look like Beyonce while I'm up here, but you know, I can't really match that. Princess, thank you so much for gifting a membership, my dear. You received that membership. But you know, one second here, y'all. Lord, we're having technical difficulties. It's not working today. Okay, well. Bear with me one second. I got a brand new computer yesterday. Okay. Well, we might have to do this without. I don't know if it's my computer or if it's my other thingy majigger. I move something and then it messes up. Law enforcement needs to stop saying run away. You think so? Yeah. I mean, that's perhaps. Oh, Princess, thank you so much for gifting that. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, my dear. That is so very, very kind of you. Very, very kind. Where's my applause button? And Leslie, so sweet of you. Thank you, my dear. I really do appreciate it. Okay. Let me check this out. Nope, not that camera. 1 second. It's a little too close for comfort. Okay, we'll just do it without it. It'll be okay. Did anyone see We Have the Kindest People? We really do. Texas Lady, we have the kindest people here. I sound great now. Well, thank you. So put a 1 in the chat if you was just in Emma's and was watching that phone call. Put a 1 in the chat. Okay. I might have it again. Oh, please, Lord. I'm afraid if I move. Okay. So some of you was, some of you were. All right. Sort of. Olay. No. Okay. All right. So my Diet Pepsi. Whew. I tell y'all, I'm sweating like a hooker on the front row at church. You almost had it. Didn't we almost have it all? Thank you again, Leslie. Yes, I am so sorry about the school comment. Stop being mad at me. It was very loud in my head. No. I'm not mad at you, sweetheart. I'm mad at you, but thank you. I appreciate it. You know, over here, you know, I have this one when I thank people, and it's got fireworks and stuff, and people are like, oh, my ears. See, I just squealed there. I would never be mad at you. No. Sharon, thank you so much for becoming a member. Thank you both. I really appreciate it. No, I would never be mad at you. I don't be mad. It's not I just don't be. I'm just not mad at you. But thank you, my dear. I really do appreciate. Sorry, not chatting much. Tomorrow's my daughter's Heather's birthday in heaven. Oh, I'm sorry, princess. I'm sorry. Let's give Princess some extra love this evening, and let's send some praying hands for her daughter up in chat. Yeah. Oh, that just brings tears to my eyes. Wow. It's really sad. Thank you, Brittany. Thank you so much. I don't know about that even at our 40 streams. Thank you, my dear. Thanks. That's a lot. My heart goes out to anybody that has ever lost a child. That's beyond anything. So, thank you, Sharon. Thank you. We do have the best people. We do. I'm sorry to be snotting in your ear, y'all. Will you play it for me? Yeah, I'll play some. So a woman, 1 second. Sorry, I was muted. Yeah, that is a before you're a parent, I think so. My battery is going out on my camera. It says battery exhausted. Well, I'm exhausted, battery, not you. You can recharge. Well, I guess I can too if I go to sleep, but okay, we're gonna have to just figure it out. Thank you again for that, Sharon. That's so sweet of you. That's what it just said. It said battery exhausted. I've been exhausted since 1976. How about that? Battery. Take that. So anyway, we was just on Emma's, and I didn't know she sent me a link until the very end of her program. And so I'm looking and I'm getting ready to come up. She's like, we're going to end it. And I'm like, oh crap, I was going to come up. But Emma, I'm sorry, I didn't see it till the very, very end. But we can watch a little bit. I want you to guys go over and make sure if you're not subscribed to Emma, she's one of the sweetest people here in true crime. And I genuinely mean that as well. Just a sweet person. And this elderly lady, she's probably watching me now, called in, and you texted me? Okay. Oh, yeah, Britt. I didn't know either. Oh, Shira, I need to make you a mod. Make sure I'll try to do that. I need to charge my phone here as well. My phone is exhausted as well. So that she called in, and she was an older lady. She said she was 78 years old. She lived with her son, and she claims that she saw Sebastian after sometimes Valentine's Day, Valentine's Day is February 14th, something like that. And she kind of, and ma'am, if you are listening, and you said you did listen to me, please don't take this the wrong way when I say this. Honest to God, I don't mean it. But she kind of, I didn't quite understand everything that she was saying. Like, she would say she didn't have a phone, and then but she did have a phone and all of that. Thank you so much, Susan. That's so sweet of you, my dear. I really do appreciate you. That is so kind. Thank you. So she said that she didn't have, like a phone sometimes, but sometimes she did, and that she didn't want to get involved, and she didn't call like TBI, and she said she didn't really trust him and all that. And then Chris calls in, and Chris is like, well, see, this is where, the misinformation or whatever happens. And I do understand they both have a valid point, in my opinion. I mean, there are, I'm not sure if the lady that called had a condition. She said she gets nervous very easily, and that happens as elder people get older. And sometimes, for whatever reason, they don't want to get involved. Now, I understand this is a missing child, and how could someone don't want to get involved? But I don't know everyone's circumstances. And I mean, I'm thinking, well, first of all, always 1000%, don't call a YouTuber, don't call me, don't call anyone, call law enforcement, point blank, period. And guys, you can call, email, anything, anonymous, absolutely anonymous. You don't. And how does he know? That's a good point. Yes, exactly. You can call Crime Stoppers. It is just like a voice message. You just leave a message. That's all you do. Hi, I want to leave this message that I saw, whoever on February, whatever of this year, last year. Yes, Crime Stoppers. They're wonderful. And so, mods, if you guys would please start putting that in, and I'm going to try to put that in my link below as well, that you can always call Crime Stoppers anonymously. So yeah, there's that. As soon as he woke up, he was patrolling all the YouTubers. Of course, yeah, he's watching us now. Hey, Chris, a little close up. Anyway, so there's that. All right, so we're going to listen to a little bit of the call. And let me know what you think. I'll be honest with you. I kind of felt like, and again, ma'am, if you're listening, please don't take this wrong. I felt like maybe she may had, some issues herself, right? Am I buffering? Am I really buffering? Okay, no buffering. Okay.
To law enforcement. We're going to do that together when we finish on the.
Okay, this is Chris's call. Let me see if I can.
On Augusta Road.
Let me see here.
Okay.
It's not my family.
All right, hold on.
A police officer, so I don't know.
I'm only going to play one of the calls. I
mean, we can give them her number, and then they can try to reach out to her. You think you saw him? Please call law enforcement. Did you get her phone number?
Just at times. With them, I was just saying
to a stranger,
a police officer, so I don't know.
1 second.
In Georgia. So if she said she wasn't on you.
No.
Okay, here's the second phone call.
It's not my family. interfering.
Okay.
It's someone else.
Who's
That's
interfering?
supposed to be, they cut off my everything. They told me not to say another word even.
Who has?
I agree.
People that have you or?
No, nobody has me. I'm here with my son. I have myself. We're trapped here. I just don't want nobody to see this place.
Where?
She says, we're trapped here. I don't want anyone to see this place. Sounds like she moved in with her son at some point, and she says, we're trapped here. She sounds like a really good person. You know, she sounds like a nice Southern lady. So there's that.
Where are
This
you,
is
where
a
are you
mess.
trapped? Where are you trapped?
I'm not trapped. Oh,
What's her son's name?
this person.
What's your son's name?
MTB gets a late slip. MTB to the office. MTB to the office.
Michael.
Okay.
He's a good guy.
Is he?
His daddy wasn't,
Right.
and
Oh,
he gets mad if
I
I
thought
tell
you
him
said you
what
were-
he's doing.
I thought you said you were trapped.
No, ma'am. I am, like cut off.
You're cut off from the world?
No, from the phone and everything like that.
Oh, so you've taken the phone and things off you. Have you got medical conditions? You know,
No.
No.
Well, I mean, I'm 78.
Okay.
Yeah, I have high blood pressure, and I'm more nervous
You're a little
than
nervous
when I was
as well.
young.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, you're quite.
My son thinks I'm crazy.
Does he?
He thinks I'm crazy. Yes, he tells me that anyway. I don't think
that's
he
not
really
nice,
does.
is it? That's not nice.
No, his daddy, he lived up here with.
That makes me think like there could be, and please don't take this disrespectfully, but there could be some like Alzheimer's, dementia kind of thing. I'm not saying that is, but she sounds extremely sweet and precious and all of that, but just sounds like a real nice Southern lady who, wants the kids found. And she says she claims she saw someone that looked very much like Sebastian. Now, but she said his name was Sab.
His daddy since he was 18. He has forgotten everything. Living with me for 18 years,
I don't know what you mean, dear.
His
Sorry.
daddy and him have got brainwashed that I wasn't a good mother.
Oh, sure you were.
He's been up here since he was 18 around these people. I am from DeKalb County. I went to church, Lithonia Baptist. I mean, all these Lithonia names.
Whose phone are you using at the minute?
Mine.
Oh, yours. So you do have a phone, but they take it off.
Yes, ma'am. I always have.
Oh, good. So, do you think you might be able to ring 911 and tell them what you told me?
Oh, I could, yeah, but I don't want to get involved with the police. My son will get mad if anybody comes out here.
But you're not going to get arrested. It's just information.
It's just scary being around the law and police.
And Elisa, that's the thing. Everyone feels like there's diversions going on, and what case do we know that so many diversions were going on? What's the case? Right? It's like a circus. Is a video of the night. Please, on Just for All page is a video of that night. Tell Justin. I don't know what you mean, Tiffany Lee. I'm sorry. Nope, not Gabby. There we go. Summer Wells. Yes. So what we're listening to is just minutes ago, just a bit ago, there was an elderly lady that called in. Emma's, bless her heart, this is her first call-in show. And this happened. The first live I ever did on YouTube, there was a woman who was saying that she was going to unalive oneself. So Emma, I feel you. And Emma, she gets a little bit of anxiety doing lives anyways, and I tell her she's, really, she's awesome at it. So but of course, Julia, good to see you.
Say that again, Monday.
But anyway, she called in and she said that she believed she saw Sebastian after, when was it? Sometimes after Valentine's Day, but before. Now, he didn't go missing till the end of February, though. And so that's why I think it's probably nothing, in my opinion. But regardless, someone calls in and says that they saw and spoke to someone, whether our opinions are whatever they are, it still needs to be reported always. But please, for the love of God, people, please do not call us. Do not call anyone other than TBI, your local law enforcement, even if you have to, or Crime Stoppers. Call law enforcement. I am not the police. No YouTuber on here is the police. So please call law enforcement. I understand it sometimes, especially for older people. I know lots, and that's the thing. There are people who won't call, and that's, I don't know, but I feel like mostly if you got a good tip, and call them quickly. Yes, quickly. Don't wait. Run. Don't walk. And call. Okay, let's continue.
Oh, God.
Was she
I
at the
just
store
wanted
by
to
herself
let
or
y'all
was somebody
know
with her?
that I had seen that boy and that woman that's in that picture.
Okay. And
They say was made in North Carolina.
yes.
When I tried to tell my son about
Well,
it,
thank you,
when I
proud Mimi.
started watching it
Thank
on
you, my love.
TV, he said I was dreaming and, stuff like that.
Well, if
And,
you think that that's who you saw, then it's
I will say thank you, proud Mimi, for that. By the way, you're very sweet. I will say that as people tend to get older, their nerves tend to not be as good. They get nervous more easily. Anxiety can set in, especially if you have cognitive issues going on. I'm not saying this lady does. It was just a passing thought that kind of went through my mind. And if you've worked with anybody in healthcare, this happens as people tend to get older. Saw this in hospice a lot. So yeah. And I mean, even like my grandmother, like she would get things she would just shake, you know what I mean? Like just the littlest things. And she would, not that was like a nervousness, but it was like a physical, nervous. I don't know.
I did see that boy and that woman.
Yes.
It was them. His hair was black and his eyebrows were black. It looked funny,
What road is the store on?
Black. Yes.
Yeah. Do you know what road that
Real
store
dark.
is on?
But he
Phoebe.
looked at me and smiled and, grinned, and I grinned back, and I said, what's your name? And that's when he said the Sam. He ducked his head, just like it's in that picture. He ducked his head, like he's bashful.
Yeah.
Yes,
Right.
Tam.
Yeah. But her
you-
mama,
Was
You know where?
his ma'am.
Yes.
it Dill's Food
Kate's
City on
mother.
Augusta Road?
Is 54.
Okay.
And then there's her mother. They got a Suzette name of Susanna. That's two different names. It's two different people. And one of them is a SO,
Right.
guilty of.
Yeah, you see, when she's talking about like the SO and stuff, the what we would say probably an RSO, it sounds, and respectfully, ma'am, if you're listening, I know you watch. It sounds like she may have been listening to lives today, and there may be a little bit of confusion there. Diana, thank you so much for becoming a member, my friend. I really do appreciate your support. Welcome, my friend. Please welcome Diana here. Thank you so much, Diana. So Seth knows what Katie's mother looks like. That's not Katie's mother at the place in North Carolina. I don't think it is either. No, Chris called Emma just a minute ago. He says that, which you're gonna hear it here shortly. He says that he was waking up, that he is working nights currently, and that this is the first thing he woke up to. So as soon as he opens up those eyes of his, he runs to.
Yeah.
So there's two of them women.
Okay.
People don't know about. I didn't know they was. I know that one favored his mother, but she had blonde hair.
Yeah.
I mean, that was my first thought. Later on, when I started seeing more of it on the TV, my son's gonna get me getting involved in anything.
Oh, no. You're
I
allowed
don't
to.
want the attention.
Phoebe, just tell them
Thank
you're
you.
talking to your friend. Tell them you're talking.
Okay.
Is the
So, do you
store
remember?
Dill's?
Do you remember the store? Was it Dill's?
Emma and Spirit Seeker were very kind, very gentle, and very thoughtful with her, and that was sweet. What are the chances she lives in North Carolina and he was spotted in North Carolina? You mean like the pictures? We don't know. We have no idea if that's Sebastian or not. From someone came in here when I first started this live, and they said that the pants are allegedly unrelated. Has anyone else heard that?
Oh, wait a minute. What?
You know the store that you said you saw Seb at? Do you remember what the name of it? Dill's.
No.
No?
Dill. Dill. Dill.
Oh, that's what I said. Sorry, it's the English accent.
Oh,
On
okay.
Augusta?
I got my teeth missing, and
What was that, Mandy?
and this person
Is it Dill's on Augusta Road?
He turns the phone on.
Okay.
I don't even have minutes on it, and he turns it on when he wants to.
Oh.
Katie's mom's only in her 50s.
Do you remember
And
that? Sorry.
Ma'am,
Yes, sorry, go on.
remember what?
Oh, I was going to say.
Yeah, all of Katie's family pretty much live in Virginia.
That store that I can't pronounce, was it on Augusta Road?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, in Georgia. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, and it was on a Saturday, and it was during a holiday.
Well, it's after those two holidays.
After the holidays. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
After the two holidays. Right. Okay.
around it.
That's good information.
Did she see what vehicle they got in?
Do you know what vehicle they were in, or did you just see them in the shop?
No, I just saw them in the store, and we was leaving. My grandson was leaving me standing there hugging the crackers.
Hugging the crackers.
They live in I think it's the Virginia Beach, Newport News, that kind of area, Chesapeake.
I embarrassed them, you know.
Silly sausage. You silly sausage. So
Maybe her
okay, can you
grandson
think?
could call.
Yeah. What? Can I speak to your grandson? Is he there?
No, he's with his mother working. He comes over here 4 days with his dad.
Oh, okay.
My son.
No, Chris said he is working nights. Chris is working nights. He says that, and he says on some jobs, this is what he says, which we're going to listen to it here shortly, that some jobs, the cranes go 24/7.
He's going to
Maybe
get
he
me
could
for
call law
I don't know
enforcement.
why I'm so scared of him. He never done nothing to me. I love
Yeah.
my son. He loves me.
Oh, that's nice.
He's a good boy.
Do you think
Lives.
he'd help you, and do you
Lives.
think he'd ring 911 for you?
No,
No.
I could ring 911. I can drive up there.
Can you
In
tell?
fact, I was just up there.
Sorry, there's a
Right.
bit of a delay when I talk, and
I
I'm
agree.
sorry if I talk over you. I don't mean to.
Well, I don't mean to talk over you either.
It's okay. It's really nice talking to you. Do you remember those two ladies? You said there were two ladies with him, or one?
Yeah, I was just on the
No,
back of my head,
one.
Lori.
One.
And it was either his grandmother or his great grandmother. There's two of them women. I
Okay.
have realized and found out. You know.
Okay. Do you remember what he was
Let's do that.
wearing? Oh, sorry, I'll keep talking over you.
No, I don't know.
You don't know what he was wearing at the time? What colour?
No, I thought about that later. Did he have on a Flaherty shirt, or it wasn't black? I don't think. It seemed like it was Flaherty. I don't know. I didn't pay that much attention. You know, it's just his hair stood out and his eyebrows
Yeah.
dyed black.
Yeah, maybe he dyed his hair.
All right, guys.
Maybe.
Oh, they did. Boy, yeah.
Show y'all something.
You know, he's going through a change. He's 15, they said.
Oh, yeah.
And I guess they go through a change, like, you know.
All right, we are getting some breaking news in. All right, so I need to share this with y'all. Nick Barish joined joined my Facebook Live. It has been a few weeks since I have been on update about the very latest in the investigation. Lots of moving parts, lots of questions, lots of absurd rumors. Isn't that the truth? So let's talk. Join me Facebook Live right here tonight at 7 p.m. Central Time. The latest on the search for Sebastian Rogers and your questions. See you then. Share. Exclusive update. Not Sebastian's pants. Nick Barris is reporting exclusive update. Not Sebastian's pants. Sebastian Rogers' disappearance more than 2 months ago from his Hendersonville home in Sumner County, Tennessee. I told you earlier today how a YouTuber has been helping in the search for Sebastian. Discovered a pair of sweatsuit style pants last night. The pants resembled what Sebastian was wearing the night he disappeared. They were collected and analyzed by authorities. I just heard back from Sumner County Sheriff's detectives. Quote, after examination, the pants were found are believed to be unrelated to Sebastian Rogers. We are still following up on all leads and tips. Okay, then, what about the photo of someone who looks like Sebastian at the North Carolina Visitor Center over the weekend? Authorities tell me they are still investigating the alleged sighting, so no word yet on whether they believe the person in the photo to be Sebastian. Keep those tips coming. 1-800-TBI find. So we know now that those are not his pants. Not his pants. Not his pants. Now, as far as the photo, why doesn't law enforcement do a release instead of Nick? Good question, Jack. Which, it's highly unlikely that that would be his pants, in my opinion, to begin with. But Terry did the right thing. She did the right thing. She called. She didn't touch them. They collected them. They looked very similar to what those pants looked like that Sebastian was supposed to be wearing last, which it says that, Chris says, which he wasn't there, so how does he know? But I digress. He says that they are black pants with 3 white stripes down them, like the Adidas, very common Adidas. So those are not his. And that was approximately 2 hours ago that update went out. Yes, and thank you for putting that half pint. Do not state other creators' info as fact. It is speculation at best. Everything, absolutely everything, almost in this case, is opinion, hypotheses, and theories. There's very little that we know about this case. It's very similar to the Summer Wells case. If you've been involved in the, in the discussion with Summer Wells case, very, very similar. We know just about nothing in this case other than he's disappeared, and what the parents, Chris, stepfather, Christopher Proudfoot, Katie Proudfoot, and Seth Rogers have told us. And authorities have basically told us they don't know. They don't know anything other than Sebastian is missing at this point. Me too, Carol. I want to know more on that pick. I would, it would be hopefully that, they will be able to say more soon.
They get urges and stuff, and nobody will explain it to them, and they don't understand what's going on, maybe, or something. And that Chris didn't want him around his daughter.
Mm. Did you notice anything strange, like he was wearing a brace across his chest?
Yeah, that is something. I'm keeping what Chris said about this case will be studied in the front of my mind. That's a very interesting comment.
Or braces on his teeth, or anything else that you could remember? No.
After we said hi and all of that, he ducked his head, like a bashful kid or child. I don't know if it would help or not, but
well, it's very helpful because all tips are helpful.
I saw them,
Yeah.
whoever they were.
Well, we really appreciate you calling and telling us.
I just, somebody check into it more, something. I just get nervous when I get close to these.
Well, you're all right. Are you at home now? Are you safe?
I know, yes.
Oh, good. So you're at home and you're safe. I'm happy about that. At least I know you're safe and home. But thank you.
That's a good question. That's a very good question. No, nobody has spoken I think I would love to hear like a teacher talk about Sebastian. If the parents would give them permission, that way they could, maybe describe Sebastian, a little bit more than, what we already know, how he was at school. I would love to hear that, but I understand there's probably a lot of people that don't want to get out in front of this case because it is a madhouse in a lot of respects, right? Which is sad.
So much for that information. I'm going to go because I'm going to talk to Mandy now about what we've just discussed with you and see what she thinks about sending it in as a tip.
All right, I
But
appreciate you listening to me.
I appreciate you calling. Thank you so much.
I've been putting it off and putting it off.
No. Well, you've done the right thing.
Was it just the woman and the child together?
Yeah.
I'm not scared of him.
Just
He's more scared of me than most people are when they see me.
oh.
My ex will back off.
I mean, I guess they could talk if it would, they gave parents permission,
Bye.
but just on
No, so I don't think
nothing personal, just more like his, who Sebastian was and
TN,
Nashville.
United States, +1615.
okay. Now this is Chris.
Hello, Crime Stories Obsessed.
Yeah, is this the call-in show?
It is. Hi. You're live.
Hey, awesome. Hey, I heard somebody saying that they saw Katie's mom or something with a kid. Is that really true?
It's difficult. That's what she said. I don't want to say too much on here without upsetting anybody that's listening, namely the person that just called in. But we were just questioning if there was anything, any confusion.
Spirits again. That's Uncle Chris.
But we are going to take it seriously and make sure the address, the details, everything she said is passed over to
Right, Tracy?
law enforcement.
Right, Tracy? No, it's not a call-in show. You're just calling in the show right now.
We're going to do that together when we finish on the call, so that we'll actually give them the call. They can listen to it themselves. What did you make of it?
I want to add this to that call then.
Yep.
Because you're talking to Chris, the stepfather of Sebastian Rogers, right now.
Oh, hi.
I thought
So here's the funny thing. The thing that lady was after spewing,
Yeah.
absolutely crap.
Okay.
That's the funny thing.
Right.
Absolutely crap.
Thanks.
I mean, I understand what he is saying to an extent, right? I get what he is saying, but also, how does he know? How does he know Sebastian was not seen? That's the question. How does he know? And I hope the lady's not upset, really.
Thanks for calling in.
Yeah, no worries. I
didn't want to upset her.
Get all these answers and they want to get stuff straight. Well, let's get stuff straight. Let's put this out here for everybody to understand.
Yeah.
See, when you have people like that called into your show and they say they have all this information,
something that
and
I believe we're
when you
privy
ask
to,
the question,
something that I believe we're privy to, something that I believe we're privy to.
Wow. Okay. I mean, yeah. Even a fly, and he's like, oh. Yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah. Even a fly, and he's like, oh. Yeah. Snacks, because he's 15 and snacks. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Snacks, because he's 15 and snacks. Snacks, because he's 15 and snacks.
you call law enforcement? And her answer was, because my son didn't want me to.
Yeah, there's an
That
issue.
right there's a red flag that is absolute BS.
But you've got to be
Anybody-
careful what you say on here. I don't want to upset the woman. You know what I mean? She's given me the
I'm not
information.
upsetting her. I am stating the facts.
Yeah,
Because
you're right.
because the reason why, I'm one of the parents, and let's talk about upsetting people, because you've got people that go on these shows and they say these kinds of things,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't use common sense. Because if she had the information, so you mean to tell me that you just went on a show with 44,000 subscribers that you have, and she openly admitted that she wouldn't call the cops but had information? What kind of person with a compassionate heart says something like that?
Probably somebody.
Doesn't make
Well, I mean, you know, to play kind of devil's advocate here, you know, we think of people with, and again, I'm not saying this woman has dementia or anything like that, but let's say in this theories, opinions, hypothesis that she did for 1 second. Sometimes people like this can remember some things very well, right? And maybe she remembered something very well, right? Maybe it just came back to her. I don't know. But I mean, I completely understand what Chris is saying here. Like, you know, why wouldn't she just call? But how does he know? How does he know? Right? Thank you, Princess. Ever notice Chris only harasses women? YouTube's channels. Come on over. Come on over. Come on over, baby. I feel like Christina Aguilera right now. I agree with that. Yep.
make any sense.
It's probably somebody with a bit of Alzheimer's or somebody that's seen something on Facebook and has, you know.
Yeah, see, but once again, that's where it goes right back to speculations and assumptions, and then they put out false and misleading information. And unfortunately, it truly bogs down the investigation from law enforcement on every aspect.
It does.
So, you know, I mean, and I'm sure Seth would agree with me, and so does Katie on this deal, but we really don't want the rest of the BS out there. We just want true hardcore leads that could actually lead somewhere, not
I understand.
And this is the thing. This is someone who is saying that she saw, oops, my fan, sorry. She saw Sebastian. She saw Sebastian. That is a first-hand tip, right? She saw Sebastian. That is what she is saying. So that is something you definitely, she needs to report. She spoke with him allegedly. This is what she is saying. Now, again, I don't know if she did. I don't know if she didn't. But that is what you call a first, not, you know, my sisters, brothers, aunts, uncles, twice removed cousin saw him, right? Sebastian, right? That is a first-hand account. So regardless of whether it's anything or not, it needs to be reported. And, you know, this lady said, you know, she's scared, I guess, to talk or whatever. But, you know, TBI's getting her phone number. And they'll make that decision on whether they need to speak with her or not. You know, I mean, I'm sure TBI has. Yeah. What did it sound like? What did it sound like? My phone shit just hit the fan, literally, right?
Somebody who thinks they saw something and whatnot, we would just really call in and get those leads in if they feel
Yeah.
that.
No, I agree. I agree 100%. The only problem is you are. I'm a paramedic,
Yeah.
so I understand. You're gonna get people that may have problems. They may have dementia, and they don't understand. You know, they don't realize.
I mean, you know, there's people out there that know so many secrets, right? So many secrets. And they don't call law enforcement for whatever their reasoning is. For us, it's, you know, it's not, there's nothing that I can think of that a person should not call law enforcement on, but we don't know other people's situations. Like, I can't think of anything that, you know, call law enforcement, but people think differently out there, right? They have different situations.
And if they were 30 years younger, you know, they probably wouldn't call in because they know that it was just something that was in their mind that they'd seen earlier on say Facebook or somewhere. We can't medically.
Yeah, Katie, speak for your son. Nobody can advocate for your child like you, Katie, like you, Seth. Chris is like the one that seems like he's the one that's doing all the talking.
Diagnose somebody over here, but just by speaking.
No, I mean, you don't have to diagnose anybody over the air, but common sense, I don't care who you are, would say that if you have the information and you think it's a credible thing, you should call law enforcement regardless. I mean, how would somebody feel if they're...
Well, and that's and again, I don't want to say, I'm not saying this about this lady or anything, but that's assuming that everyone has common sense, which not everybody does. I'm just let's just be honest, not everybody has common sense or any sense for that.
Their child went missing and they were in our shoes and they had all these people calling in and saying that they have spotted this child, they've seen this and they've seen that, but refused to call it in.
This child's name is Sebastian Rogers. He lived with you, remember? And you hit him with a belt because he forgot a belt. Makes no damn sense.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, false tips are better than no tips, you know, but
yeah,
true common sense on things like...
Chris says false tips are better than no tips. Well, false tips are basically no tips, but I do understand to an extent what he's saying there. He's like, you know, at least it's keeping the interest out, and I get that, but you know, you can't have it both ways either. Like, if it's a false tip but the intent was good, then that's what matters, I guess.
You know, when people say, well, I just didn't want to call it in, that is a red flag right there. Even with law enforcement saying this.
yeah.
When people say,
She said her
well,
family didn't.
Absolutely. He does have a point. She needed to report it. She absolutely needed to report it. And she needed to report it as soon as she allegedly talked to him or saw him or whatever. But, you know, again, I'm thinking there could be something a little bit, you know, cognitively. Justin, he only cares about his shoes because he isn't all about concerned about what Sebastian's shoes. Do you think that's telling about how he's even worried about his shoes? Yeah. Mm-hmm. The POS is not a father and has no business. I agree. Knows where. Yeah, I mean, I think how do you know where he's at? If how do you know he's not in Georgia, Chris? Say his name, Chris. It's Sebastian Wayne Blake Rogers. Sebastian Wayne Blake Rogers.
You want her to get involved.
From 9 to 1.
Yeah,
Because-
she said her family didn't want her to get involved. And
I thought it was
there
Drake.
is probably a reason for that, like you said, but we
She's
don't know.
78 years old.
Drake.
78, you know.
Well, anonymous reporting.
I
is
thought I was wrong, but I was like, it's Drake. Because I always remembered the singer.
perfectly okay.
Yeah, she
You
wasn't
don't have to give
going to
information.
report
You
it.
have to come of it, but
yeah.
you know,
we will pass
once
it
again,
across.
this just goes right
but-
back to where we keep asking everybody if there's something, just reach out into law enforcement. Just all you gotta do is pick up the phone and call them. You don't
Yeah.
wait.
But the
Call
thing
them
is, it's not up
immediately.
to us as the public to sift through tips and work out what we feel is right and genuine and what's not. You know, it's a case of this comes in, you know, this is the information, you decide. It isn't up to us to I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. It does bog them down with all this crap. But
I'm
us-
also saying that you've got folks that come in on your show,
Regardless, say his name.
okay? And I'm being very respectful when I say
He should know Sebastian's full name more than we.
this, but they're coming in on the show.
And he won't even
And
say it.
I would say this to any creator out there.
Mhm.
When you have somebody that comes on your show and wants to make statements like that, and nobody stops them and asks them the questions that make common sense, like, okay, you don't want to get it reported, you don't want to be involved, that's fine. You know, there's also anonymous reporting that you can put out there, and that might help change the narrative as far as whether or not they want to report things. You know, it's just looking out for all parties' interests.
Yeah.
Sebastian being number
Thank
one,
you,
the missing
dear.
child,
yeah,
our
understand
son,
that.
you know.
What a kind compliment. Thank you so much.
Understand
It's
that.
very sweet of you.
But unfortunately, some people are going to have problems, you know. It's difficult. It's difficult. We did get as much information. I don't think she was going to tell us anything about her. I did ask, but she gave us the information of the store. If they can listen to the call, can't they, for themselves? I'll give them the link. They can listen. If they find it a load of rubbish, they can just say no, you know. They can decide for
Oh, yeah.
themselves.
But I
Yes,
mean,
understand
we're
her
just
mental state.
help us out on your show and just keep pushing the narrative as far as if you see something, say something, don't wait.
Yeah.
I mean, every
Absolutely.
time that somebody fails to make a report and they wait 2
We
days,
encourage
that's
her
2
to call.
days behind
Yeah.
on a report or a lead that could be substantial.
Well, I mean,
Nobody
we
actually
did
knows
push
where
it.
these go and how
We did.
important they are.
We asked her multiple times, like, you know,
She
will
absolutely
you
did.
please call in?
She absolutely did. And that's exactly right, Lisa. Regardless of anything, I don't believe this lady meant malice whatsoever. And I will stand on that. I do not think this sweet lady meant malice whatsoever. At all. I believe Chris and Dawn were separated at birth. Oh, yes. Absolutely.
Stop it. Get some help.
Exactly. Well, yeah, we would all like to hear from Katie, actually. What if her her son is law enforcement. That's why she feels trapped, can't speak, can't call law enforcement, don't want to start rumors, just thinking. You never know, you just never know someone's situation. You just never, ever know someone's situation. Absolutely. Oh, thank you, Simone. Thank you so much. We don't know if she saw Sebastian or not. That's why it needs to be called in. So absolutely. Regardless, I don't think this lady meant malice whatsoever.
Multiple times. No. First, she said she didn't have a phone or she wasn't allowed to, and then she mentioned something about her son. It was just, I think, as the call progressed, we could kind of work
But if
out.
you notice, people are having excuses. Didn't have a phone. My family doesn't involved. My son doesn't want me to report it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's kind
She
of
still
odd.
could have seen
It's
her
very odd.
stepson. She might have seen him.
If a law enforcement person hears this, they're also going to be just doing the exact same thing. It's very odd.
I'd like to think they would look at all information that comes in. I would like to think that if I sent them the link to this and gave them the time, that they would listen to it and take it seriously.
But would you provide the phone number?
I see you, Melissa.
Yeah, if they want it, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, well, the thing is that if you're going to send them the link, you would probably need to send them the phone number of the caller at the time, so that way they could reach out instead of having to do extra legs of work to find this person. If you've got the information,
I've got all the information because it's a recorded call, so we're going to go back through it and write everything down, pass on the telephone number. They can make that decision and then they can decide what they want to do with it. I mean, I think we've already decided that it's probably nothing, but she seems to think she's seen him, whether it's because she's seen him somewhere else, like on Facebook. I don't know, but let them decide. But I know what you mean. It is annoying when when loads of people are sending in tips that are a load of rubbish. Yeah, I understand that. I do. So, have you been searching today? Then have you been busy?
Listen,
I work nights, so I'm just now getting up, and this is what I got up to here.
Oh, you've been on nights.
He wakes up and checks social media.
Yeah. I'm actually having to go back to work. I actually go back to work.
Do they use cranes during the night?
Listen.
Cranes run 24/7 on certain job sites.
Oh, yeah. Over here they don't.
They may not run like that over in Europe. I'm not sure.
No.
I can't. I'm not going to speak for Europe.
He says cranes run 24/7. Katie out searching. Do you think she is?
Oh my God!
Not hardly. Not hardly.
Oh, okay then. Well, I appreciate you calling in, Chris. It's the first time I've spoken to you. Thank you.
Anytime.
Yeah, thank you.
So just appreciate it.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right.
Talk to you again soon.
Y'all have a good day.
You too. Bye.
All right. Bye.
I came in like a wrecking ball.
Okay.
Never hit so hard before. All I wanted was to bring. Yes. No 3-hour call. An ex-YouTuber is in court in the UK this week over Shannon Watts' case for defamation. You have accountable for your content. Absolutely. Absolutely. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. I love that she would not engage in his rage. Ooh, I like that. Don't engage in his rage. You're a poet and didn't even know it. Okay, guys. No live meeting, Chris. I think, Chris, I don't think that they're like, that's the best job for him is running a crane. He's by himself and he's tearing up shit. So I think that's perfect. That's absolutely perfect for him. Don't you think? Just sits there, tears up shit.
Oh my God!
So, well, what does that say? Well, do creators' phones show the caller number at Justin? It depends on what she's using, but she said it did show the. So she did have the phone number for sure. I'm sure Chris is jealous. Sebastian having so many people care for him, and Luke's to make this about himself. He craves the attention, in my opinion. Yes, guys, hit that thumbs up if you haven't hit that already. Greatly appreciate it. Now I have thought about Chris swinging in a thong and a wrecking ball like Miley. Oh, God, you just...
Oh my God!
No, I can't. I don't want to think about that. I don't want
something that I believe we're pervy to. Something that I believe we're pervy to. Something that I believe we're pervy to.
We are not pervy to that.
Wow. Okay. I mean, even a fly, and he's like, oh. Okay. I mean, even a fly, and he's like, oh.
Wheezy. It's wheezy. Not a pretty sight. Hippa, hippa, hippa. You got timed out for saying in this chat, Green Eyes? You didn't get timed out here, did you? That's his. I wonder if he's playing with the Morkies for work. The house where few... Okay, I was going to say, I didn't think you get that. The house where few and far apart, an old woman heard the explosion. She called and said, send everyone. He said to the woman, saved his life. The house the pipe came from was a house in Oman. Oh, wow. Interesting. Yes. Central Time, 45 minutes. Nick Barris will be on Facebook Live. Make sure you watch that. It's about 40 minutes from now. So make sure you look up Nick Barris, 40 minutes. I'll be watching that for sure. I heard a reporter pronounce it pervy yesterday. He's been listening to Chris, maybe. Guys, I want to thank you so much for your time. I will be back later, probably around 10 p.m. Eastern. We'll talk about what Nick says, and we're going to be talking about filicide tonight. I love you all. Thank you. Hopefully I'll get my camera fixed before then. Thank you all so much from the bottom of my little heart. I appreciate you all. Yes, Nick Barris NC5 on Facebook. Thank you all for joining me. Could have chosen to be anywhere, but you chose to be here. And I am absolutely thankful for you all sharing your opinions, hypotheses, and theories on this channel. Remember, all subjects are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Nobody has been charged or even named a suspect or even a person of interest in this case. Thank you all. Love you. Appreciate you. We'll see you guys the next one.